One Zambia, one nation. Thank you so much for watching Zanis News. In our headlines, Luapula ready for 2026 Provincial Investment Expo. CEEC to construct beef processing plants in Southern Province. And heavy rains claim life of 15-year-old Nakonde girl. We're also live on our Facebook page, Zanis. With the news in detail, my name is Diana Sumbwe, and on sign language is Joas Shikombwe. Luapula Province Minister Nelson Musonda has disclosed the region's readiness to host the 2026 Provincial Investment Expo, scheduled for 20th to 24th April 2026 in Mansa District. Speaking during the Provincial Development Coordinating Committee meeting in Mansa, Mr. Musonda said the 2026 Expo will build on the 2017 Expo, which attracted investment to a tune of over 400 million kwacha. Drenti Mwemba covered the event and filed in this report.
Luapula Province has held its first Provincial Development Coordinating Committee meeting for the year 2026, even as the province prepares to host its expo later this month. Luapula Province Minister Engineer Nelson Musonda, who is the chairperson of the Provincial Development Coordinating Committee, has declared the province ready to host the 2026 expo.
As we discuss development today, it is important to highlight the upcoming Luapula Investment Expo, which will take place from 20th to 24th April at the Kaora Stadium here in Mansa. This will be the second edition of the Investment Expo, following the first one that was held in 2017, which attracted over 400 million kwacha in investment pledges. The 2026 Expo will be held under the theme Unlocking Luapula's Potential Investment Opportunities for Sustainable Economic Growth.
The provincial minister further highlighted key infrastructure development currently being undertaken in Luapula Province.
Government has committed approximately 30% of the national road infrastructure budget to Luapula, in case you don't know. This allocation is a clear demonstration of the strategic importance of this region to the country's economic development. Key projects currently under implementation, I've already talked about the Musaila Lobwe Cassava Road and the change or Chelenge Change Road. Energy security is another area where government has made significant progress. The completion of the 50 megawatt Mavumba solar plant here in Mansa has greatly improved electricity supply in the province.
Drent Mwemba, reporting for Zanis TV, Mansa District.
And over 3.8 million kwacha Constituency Development Fund CDF grants and loans have been dispersed to 99 beneficiaries in Kabompo District. Speaking at the handover of CDF loans and grants to beneficiaries, Kabompo Member of Parliament Ambrose Lufuma said the vision of President Hakainde Hichilema of taking development to all corners of the country is being actualized through CDF. Gertrude Lumbeta attended the handover ceremony and now reports.
The Enhanced Constituency Development Fund, CDF, has continued to empower communities under the Youth, Women and Community Empowerment in Kabompo constituency. Over 3.8 million has been dispersed to 99 beneficiaries from various clubs and cooperatives in form of grants.
Today we are witnessing the disbursement of empowerment checks to 92 cooperatives and clubs, as well as 7 loan beneficiaries. I'm pleased to confirm that all wards have been considered, ensuring that no area is left behind.
May I say that these loans, they are from what we call revolving funds. Management and the local authority, we want us to stress that, please, those whom we have offered, the CDF has offered loans, please let us be repaid.
Kabompo Member of Parliament Ambrose Lufuma has handed over empowerment grants to beneficiaries.
Unlike in the past, the CDF which was meager, 1.6
and never distributed evenly across the country. Unoli tunapohanchika ngoto eyo 40 million kwacha keshinga inakuzaka pompoka inakuyana mu jimbango jose jali nolifuchi constituency.
When we get these loans and grants, not sit somewhere and share the money. Use this money objectively.
Beneficiaries have thanked government for the empowerment.
We're very honored and very delighted that we can even be considered given this opportunity. 62 years of independence and such things are happening today. I think all hearts should go out to the President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, our Minister, Mr. Ambrose Lufuma, and indeed the whole of Kabompo District.
Gertrude Lumbeta, Zanis, Kabompo District, Northwestern Province.
Meanwhile, in Muchinga Province, Mpika Town Council Secretary Samuel Musenge says over 24 million kwacha has been spent towards education support to more than 3,000 pupils and students in various schools and colleges. Mr. Musenge said the support is being provided through the Constituency Development Fund CDF Secondary and Skills Bursary component. Join Peter Peary for the details.
The increase in Constituency Development Fund CDF allocation is a huge milestone, as it is giving young people an opportunity to access education and the skills that will help them to become self-reliant. Support is helping many to stay in school and gain practical skills for employment and entrepreneurship. Council officials says the initiative is making remarkable impact in the district, with more youths now enrolled in schools and skills training institutions.
So as you can see, actually, the government has done a lot to empower our youths in Mpika district. For secondary school bursaries, actually we have sponsored 1,639 pupils across the entire district. Then for skills development, we have managed to sponsor 1,417 students whom we send to various skills trainings. And then in terms of the cost, how much we have spent so far from 2022 to 2026. So in terms of the total costs, we have spent so far 24,542,857 kwacha, 67 ngwe. This is an opportunity, and I think if they miss this opportunity, they will regret, because I think their friends are benefiting. So there is no justification now as to why a child should sit in the compound.
Meanwhile, beneficiaries have appreciated government for the gesture.
Very appreciate to be in the boarding school because government has helped some of us to be here because our parents can't afford to pay for us, but government has come in to help us. Thank you very much.
Reporting for Zanis in Mpika, Peter Peary.
Still in education news, but now in Northwestern Province, Kajoba Primary School in Solwezi District has received a new classroom block to add to the existing 3 classrooms that were built by the community. Sub-Chief Kajoba has thanked government for the additional infrastructure at the school that runs from early childhood education to grade 7. Mwape Mwesa has more in this report.
A new classroom block furnished with desks stands ready for use by pupils at Kajoba Primary School in Solwezi District of Northwestern Province. This new structure, built using the Constituency Development Fund, is an addition to the 3 classrooms that the 359 pupils have been using from the time the school was started by the community. Sub-Chief Kajoba is happy that government has upgraded the school and created additional classroom space.
We are grateful to President Hichilema's government for the free education that has brought back pupils into school, and also for the new classroom block.
School management and pupils have welcomed the development.
The school enrollment is about 359 learners, and it runs from EC to grade 7, that is 8 classes. So the previous block we had only 3 classes, which is incomplete. Now this block is incomplete and replaced. So the learners learning will be conducive such that the accommodation, I think, won't be a problem.
I want to say thank you to CDF for this new classroom block and also encourage my friends who are still at home to start coming to school.
Mwape Mwesa for Zanis News in Solwezi District, Northwestern Province.
We move to health news, where government has commissioned a maternity annex at Fikamalaza Health Post in Chasefu District, constructed using the Constituency Development Fund (CDF) at a cost of over 900,000 kwacha. Eastern Province Permanent Secretary Portole was represented at the handover ceremony by Assistant Secretary Clement Chilembo. Sylvester Chimba has more in this report.
Government has heard their cry for the construction of a new maternity annex at Fikamalaza. Here, government has commissioned a maternity annex constructed using the Constituency Development Fund, costing more than 900,000 kwacha at Fikamalaza Health Post in Chasefu District. Assistant Secretary Clement Chilembo represented Eastern Province Permanent Secretary Portole at the handover ceremony.
The President has been emphasizing that every health facility must have a maternity annex, even in rural areas. And so today we are seeing a masterpiece of a maternity annex. Quality of the doors, top of the frames, they are of very high standards, proper textile strength. The rooms have been properly made, quite special. All that it takes to have a maternity annex has been done. And what is so pleasing is that the local authority was able to source a contractor from within, our quarter. He's a local contractor. We have been crying as a province that many of our local contractors are not doing very well. But here we are witnessing a local contractor, born and bred within our community here, that has done a construction of a maternity annex to the highest standard.
Chasefu Member of Parliament, Mishek Nyambose, also attended the ceremony.
Chasefu was a neglected area, but after coming of President Hakainde Hichilema, we have seen a lot of projects. I would also want to join the Assistant Secretary to appreciate the contractor. This is a local contractor who has done this massive work. This is a massive project that even me as a Member of Parliament, I'm the happiest.
And the residents have commended government for this initiative. Sylvester Chimba, Zanis, Chasefu.
Now in Southern Province, the Citizen Economic Empowerment Commission (CEEC) will establish beef and goat processing plants in Southern Province to enhance value addition for small-scale farmers. Director General Muwe Mungule announced that a beef abattoir and processing facility will be constructed in Namwala, while a goat abattoir and plant will be set up in Sinazongwe and Gwembe districts. Kostak Mudenda has filed in this report.
For a long time, pastoral farming has not been lucrative for many small-scale farmers in Southern Province, owing to the continued scale of goat and cattle products in raw form. For the farmers to benefit, government, through the Citizen Economic Empowerment Commission, is set to establish an abattoir and beef processing plant in Namwala district.
We have desired to fund high-value projects in the province. It's high time we take advantage of the fact that we have a lot of cattle in this province. In our small way, we actually think we need to put up an abattoir and meat processing in Namwala. And we want that to be owned by the cattle owners themselves. We want to create a kind of 360-degree approach, closed circuit in terms of business, where the farmers or the cattle ranchers, they own the abattoir, they own the meat processing.
Along the varied districts, an abattoir and goat meat processing plant will also be established.
We also have realized that we need to establish a goat processing plant. So we have an abattoir and processing plant for goats. So these 5 districts, put them together. We have already created cooperatives and the union, and we will fund them. The Commission has already approved the concept note.
For provincial administration, the industrialization drive is a long overdue, as this will enhance value addition and bring the needed economic empowerment to the small-scale farmers.
We are happy that your institution has taken keen interest in supporting us, particularly in the industrialization and increased household income sector.
Costa Kimdenda, Zanis, in Joma District, Southern Province.
Also in the news, the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit DMMU has initiated response efforts in Nakonde District in Muchinga Province, where heavy rains resulted in the loss of life of a 15-year-old girl and widespread destruction of property. Speaking during the assessment exercise conducted in Tindi village, Nakonde DMMU coordinator Lia Ngoma said the affected households will receive food items as immediate aid. Titani Zulu visited the affected areas and now reports.
Heavy rains have brought tragedy to Nakonde district, leaving destruction and grief after claiming a young life and destroying several houses. A 15-year-old girl lost her life after the wall of her house collapsed on her while sleeping. The deceased aunt recounts the traumatic experience.
23 hours nishinatulala cho twaishile mfwa chimo chapona kwesa kutukira kukulumu kubana nasanga ningande aponene nichabana nabala.
We were sleeping around 23 hours when we heard a loud noise. We went to check and saw that a wall has fallen on the 2 children who were sleeping there. We called for help and found that one child has died.
And survivors have shared their stories of loss and resilience.
Wasanga city yaponene mukati pano yaponene kuchibumba kudi. So
one wall of the sitting room fell inward and the other outward. Some household items also got destroyed.
Meanwhile, the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit, DMMU, has stepped in to assess the damage and offer assistance.
From our findings, most of the households, what has been affected are the walls. The walls are the ones which collapsed, apart from one house which suffered the blown off on the iron sheets. Now, since we've gotten the facts, so we'll respond to the people. Just in the stores, the district stores office, we have some rice, some peas, some cooking oil, as well as some salt. So these will be immediate response that we will give.
The affected victims are counting on the support of the government and well-wishers to rebuild their lives as they remain hopeful. Titani Zulu for Zanis in Nakonde District, Muchinga Province.
Still in the news, government has assured traditional leaders in Muchinga Province that works on the Mpika-Serenje Road will soon commence. Speaking when he paid a courtesy call on Chief Mpumba of Lavushmanda District, Provincial Permanent Secretary Tuesday Wadia said upgrades on the road will commence once procurement procedures are completed. Here's a report by Pamela Inambao.
Traditional leaders are vital partners in national development, acting as a bridge between local communities and the government. To this effect, Muchinga Province Permanent Secretary Tuesday Walia has embarked on a familiarization tour of chiefdoms across the province to engage traditional leaders on various developmental issues. While in Lavushmanda District, the PS assured Chief Mpumba that plans to rehabilitate the Chinsali Mpika to Serenje Road have reached an advanced stage. Works on the road from Mpika to Serenje, funded under World Bank, will soon commence. The process to rehabilitate the Chinsali Mpika Road has also commenced, and these roads will help improve trade as they are among major roads in the country. Two contractors will be engaged to quicken the works. PS also highlighted a number of government projects being undertaken by government. Government will continue to distribute farming inputs in good time. Government is also implementing other programs like Cash for Work in all the districts, which even your people here are benefiting from, among other programs. Cash for Work. Meanwhile, Chief Mpumba, through his representative, highlighted various challenges his chiefdom is faced with.
I currently have no serviceable vehicle. It significantly restricts my ability to monitor ongoing projects in my chiefdom, including constituency development fund initiatives.
Mela Inamba reporting for Zanis in Lavushmanda district, Muchinga province.
That item brings us to the end of our news bulletin. Now a reminder of stories that made headlines. Luapula ready for 2026 Provincial Investment Expo. CEEC to construct beef processing plant in Southern Province. And heavy rains claim life of 15-year-old Nakonde girl. On behalf of my sign language interpreter, Joas Shikombwe, and the entire Zanis News crew, thank you so much for watching.